Hello and welcome to Fundy Fortunes. I'm Natalie. I'm an empath and intuitive card reader. I'm here today to do the monthly reading for the month of September 2016. It's a general reading for the sign of Cancer, the crab. I do first of all, let's take care of our smudge before we go any further. I put up at the beginning of every video, while the supply lasts, sweetgrass and sage. It is a cleansing ritual. It is for good spirits and good energies, and it drives away all that dark, heavy, oppressive stuff that's just clogging us all up. And it cleans 95% of the bacteria in the home as well. That's scientifically proven. This is an indigenous custom put up by the indigenous people for centuries and centuries in their ceremonies and in their customs. It's highly favored and highly treasured. It is very sacred, and we're highly favored by nature to have the sweetgrass grow right out on the front lawn. Okay, let's see here. A little bit more. This is for you guys. I've already done myself the cards and the rocks. All right, there we go. So while I'm getting set up here, I'd like to say thank you for coming by to visit today. And thank you for your subscriptions to the channel and your support to the channel, your views, your shares, and your likes. It all means very, very much to me and Fundy Fortunes. If you're new to YouTube, that little red subscription button beneath this video window, if you click that, all it does is the next time or any time Fundy Fortunes posts anything new, you'll be alerted via your email notifications. I use, for the new people to the channel, I use the Oceanic Tarot deck, and the creator for that is Jane Wallace, and the illustrations are Jane Delaford Taylor, and this is what I use for my online readings for Fundy Fortunes. And at the end of this 5-card spread, I pull one significator from my deck of tarot, which is a different deck altogether, and we give credit for tarot is written by Bridget Reed, and the tarot card illustrations are by Colin Howard. We have to do that every now and again, and that's how I'd be happy to see that if they were my cards. Credit is given where credit is due. All right, just got a little cup of tea here. And what I do, for those of you that are new, is a 5-card spread from the Oceanic Tarot deck. First card is your overall energy of the reading. Second card is your finance and wealth. Third card is heart, love, and romance. Fourth card is your challenges for September. Fifth card is your message from spirit. And then we turn to the Significator card. All right, why don't we get right into the reading here? The first card that I pulled for you for the overall energy of this reading, Cancer, and I'm a Cancer, so my ears are perked up too. It's illusion. Beautiful card. Represents illusion. When this card appears, this is the Moon Watcher. And this is what you see outside of yourself in your life. This is what transpires from your vision. It gets translated back into the brain again, so you can decipher what it is you see. At this time, you may be seeing the past and past illusions. For some of you that are newly in love right now, still in the early stages of a brand new relationship, this relationship may seem very perfect under the light of the moon, but in the blaring light of day, you question, will it stand the test of time? Or will you live under the illusion of the moonlight? Hard to say. Listen to your instincts. It's the most important advice from this card when it comes to personal relationships. Not all may be as it seems. I feel nudged to say for some of you that I don't know if it's you or your significant other, but in the beginning of relationships, until we get very comfortable, like in our own skin, we get as comfortable in each other's skin, metaphorically, and being each other's company, sometimes not all is as it seems. Why? Because we are on our very best behavior in the beginning of a relationship. We start to have feelings of very deep romance and love and visions of the future together. If some of us tend to have more of a sour attitude and they're too moody, Cancers can be moody, and that's true, but overall I think most are really nice people, very soft people. But the thing is, if we allow the negative side, possible negative sides that we have, and everybody has those, If we were to show them right from the get-go, we wouldn't get past the second date. So you got to break that illusion that everything is so wonderful right now. You have to get to know each other at your worst, emotionally and mentally at your worst. And we all have that spot in us, somewhere that we fall into when things aren't going our way. If you can handle what the worst is in this person that you're drawn to, then the possibilities open up everywhere. But you have to be realistic. You have to be realistic about real life, about 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. Are you going to be able to handle the other side of this person? And then you have to ask yourself, are they going to be able to handle the other side of me? Okay? So there's still some learning and growing going on there. That's why the card is showing maybe some things are not as they appear to be. The advice of this card, take your time to work out the very best way forward. Your intuition holds the answers that you seek at this time. Pay attention through your feelings and your dreams rather than rely on logic at this time. This is an emotional card dealing with emotions. So logic usually doesn't come into play. My advice is a little bit of logic never hurt anybody, despite what the card is showing. That's my nudge to tell you. And a little bit of logic means that you've got your feet firmly planted on the ground, and you're dealing with reality as well. And good for you. Keywords for this card are the unconscious, doubt, decisions, dilemma, sadness, and the past year. And the past year has been hard on some cancers. They've gone through a lot of major life changes, and they're just starting now to grope their way out of that dark hole. At least the hope is there, the want to is there. They want to get better, they want to feel better, they want to become an active partner of life. The want to is there. It's been hidden and buried for a while, I feel, to tell some of you. Sadness is an emotion for some of you. That can be overwhelming to a Cancer. Cancers are very emotional creatures. They're a water sign. Everything with a Cancer is about how they feel. They view everything, even literally with their eyes. They view things that are translated back on an emotional level. How things make us feel. When I look out at my cove, the tide is up right now. We've got a bit of a surf breaking on the beach because I can hear that. We have some baby birds around right now, and they're adorable. Brown-eyed juncos. They look like they have a little Iroquois cut. I had a stressful morning here today. I keep telling myself this too shall come to pass. And then I had somebody important coming to the house today, and I was anxious about that, but I tried to remain optimistic. And it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be. And now I look out because I want to tie that part of my day up, the emotional level, because emotionally I get drained, exhausted. When my emotions are heightened and they're right here, and everything else is behind the scenes, like my view out here today, out at Crow Island, out at the breakwater. And then I look directly in front of me, and I have these beautiful baby birds feeding off the deck. We put some seed out for them. And all of a sudden, I'm transformed. The inner me of who I am is largely transformed. What took place a few hours ago, that's gone. That's in the past. And right now, in a way, you could say that's just an illusion because it isn't here anymore. It's gone. What is real is what's in front of me. And what's in front of me is beautiful and awe-inspiring. And it lifts me and it fills me. And these are the things that are truly important in life. All that other stuff, that's just normal, human, everyday stuff. Out here is Mother Nature. And it's so beautiful. And it transforms us Cancer. So now my emotional level right now is very soft. My emotional level is very sensitive, but in a good way. I'm connecting with what's out in the window. I'm connecting with the world is through this video. And try to do that in the best way. It's not a big reach to try because I feel good in the moment. It's a saucy little chickadee. Anyways, we're just emotional creatures is what I'm putting across. You know, for maybe some of you that are not Cancers, but you have a partner that's a Cancer, so you're viewing this video, gives you a bit more understanding into what's going on with them. One thing you have to kind of fight against right now is your fears and old memories may be resurfacing right now. which means that you're going to have to work through some emotional blocks. So don't shy away from that. Get down to business and say, you know what, I can't move forward in this relationship. I can't even move forward in my day to day because this emotional block, this memory from the past, I'm scared of it ever coming up again, or I really dislike the whole thought of it ever coming up again. So there may be emotional blocks, and that's for some of you. That's not for everybody. The advice of this card is to take time to work out the best way forward, for your intuition holds all the answers. Pay attention through feelings and dreams rather than rely on logic. Okay, we touched on all that. And we touched on the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind's like a suitcase. It carries the memories of past relationships, past travels in our lives. Some of these things may be coming forward, and that's where these old fears from the past are kind of, they're creeping back into the present. So that's your overall energy of the reading anyway. The second card that I pulled for you in your financial and wealth sector is the Ace of Wands. It's all about growth. That's a good place for it to fall. There it is. Wands are all about practical things, such as bank accounts and making money in your job. These are, here we go. These are practical things. This is an Ace of Wands. Growth. Aces always represent walking out of the past into the future. You're walking towards the future. They're all about beginnings. And again, the very first word that comes up that represents this card is beginnings. Intuition again. Your intuitions are really strong right now, Cancer. That doesn't surprise me one bit. Some of you are looking at adventures, new ideas, creative successes based on the adventures. Some of you may be going on a hunt. I have a nudge to tell some of you. You're going on a bit of a hunt. And you're hunting for new ideas and new products and new things to implement into. You've got this base plan. It's like you've got the foundation down, but none of the walls are up. And there's no divisions for rooms. There's no roof on the place. So metaphorically, you're going out to find these things. You will be successful in your search as well. Now's the time as well for some of you. I feel a nudge to say have been promoted in some way or another, and now's the time to step into that position of power. Now's the time. Do it now. If you don't, you may lose some credibility, I feel nudge to say as well. Create what you say and create what you think about. Anything you say right now will be well received by those within your realm of life. You are being crowned with success from the universe right now. So new projects and communications are good. To share your visions. And if you have any plans, regardless that Mercury's going retrograde, has gone retrograde as of 2 days ago on the 30th until September the 22nd. And so everything gets slowed down. But slow down is good. If communications are garbled, communications of any kind. You may find, your cell phone dying, your laptop just kicked out. You may find there's things in places you can't go on the internet. Something's wrong. And satellites can go kerplooey as well. Telephones in your house, appliances in your house. It can affect that. And verbal and physical communications of any kind at all. Between, two people can get garbled. You've got to be real clear at this time. Well, Mercury goes retrograde, doesn't actually do that. It just slows down. It looks like it's going backwards, but it's not. And what it does is it imposes us to slow down. It's an imposition. We think at the beginning, it's like a child that's overtired. Okay, they've just had too much going on all around them. And parent comes along, sits the child in a chair, a nice, big, comfy, warm armchair, and proceeds to say to the child, this is where you need to sit for a little bit, and we need to calm down. So we're going to do blah, 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 whatever to calm down. So that's kind of what's being done to all of us right now. And when you calm down, when you calm your surroundings down, and your thoughts will slow down. When your thoughts slow down, the energies are free to move in and out of different little corners of our mind and our subconscious that it wasn't ready to do before because all this stuff was in the way. That's all coming to a change. When that happens, it opens our mind up to more creative ideas, more freedom of thought. Without even realizing that's what's going on, that's what's going to be going on. Share your visions as well. Talk to other people about it. Any plans you have right now, this is the yes card. Okay, so that's a good thing. So that's your financial sector right there. Okay, so the Chariot is in your space of love and heart and even romantic love. I pulled another major arcana. That's, my goodness, yes, that's true now. All right. Okay, and we've got the Chariot, and this card's all about movement. Moving ahead in relationships. Closer relationships with parents and with children. All these things that are close to your heart. Good home life as well. You'll be extra, I feel much to say right off without even looking at the card. I feel that your home life is going to improve. Almost like, when Christmas is approaching and everybody's, for those of you that celebrate the Christmas season, that is, there's that there's that unity, feeling of unity and joy and excitement that comes over us in the last 3 or 4 weeks before Christmas. And the closer Christmas gets, the more that grows. There's going to be that feeling of vibration and energy that's flowing through some of your homes, coming very soon if it's not already begun. I would say it's probably already begun for a lot of you. Just this real good feeling of, gee, I'm glad to be home. Gee, I'm glad the day's over so that I'm at home. And you look at the people around you and you're so appreciative and you want to know what's up with their day. You're very interested in what's going on with them. There's just that warm feeling coming into the homes. It's a great thing. Right now, this card indicates it's time for some serious progress. Travel is favored at this time. Communications with work. This card is generally a sign that any aspect of your life will move forward with hardly any effort at all. Everything is beginning to come with ease. Something most cancers aren't real lucky with and don't experience a lot. We have to work for some reason. Maybe it's the emotionality thing, but we tend to have to really, some of us work so hard just to make it through a day and try to reach for that positive sweet spot in the day. And it does not come easy. Some of those vibrations and energies are going to lift and clear the way a little bit. I hope I'm one of them. Let me tell you that right off the get-go. I could use a little bit of that in my life, so I will believe that this is coming for me too. You're going to feel more balance and more sensitivity towards others right now. If for some of you cancers, with things going so well, I don't know if this is work related. No, it's not. It's friend related. I see people sitting around a table in like a pub or dining room or a bar, and they're friends and they're all having drinks. Cancer has always been an emotional person, very well liked by the group of people that they're with. They would feel like they've lost an arm or a leg if you weren't in the picture. But what's going on here, some of you cancers has always felt that your personal life and your life in general didn't measure up to the other people sitting around the table. And some of you, because things are going so well for you right now, for the cancer that's sitting with the group of friends around the table, your ego might slide in the way. Don't let that happen. Please don't let that happen. Be very gracious always. That's a good trait to have. But some of you are feeling, well, I not only measure up, I'm doing better than you are. My life right now is way better than yours. And that's not the way to be. Don't do that. Don't do that, Cancer. Okay, so some of you right now may be purchasing a new vehicle. It's a practical thing, isn't it? A chariot always indicates moving forward, momentum. People didn't go, I don't think, for Sunday drives very often in their chariots way back in the day, chariot days. So when they got into their chariot, it was with there was a motive behind it. They were going somewhere for a reason. There was a destination. It wasn't for pleasure. There was a destination. The advice of this card for some of you: this is now the time to be active and move forward if it's possible for you to do that. Keep your ego in check. Keywords are journeys, determination, power, progress, friction, guidance, and protection. The universe is being very generous at this time. And it might have something to do with Mercury going retrograde with the universe and masters of the universe, masters of the natural world order, and and spirit guides are generous right now. I think it's got to do with the flow of the energy because it's so slow moving and so easy right now that all these other entities can come into play and have a bit more space to move around right now. So you're under the protection of all these things, of spirit and of the masters of the universe and masters of the natural world order. Their reach is going a little bit farther towards you at this time. That's a wonderful thing. So there's protection and guidance. Any friction that's going to happen right now in your relationships with other people, from romantic relationships, family relationships, or that table, sitting around with your friends, be very careful you don't cause any friction within that circle. Okay. The fourth card are your challenges for the month of September, the Five of Swords, and it's about conflict. These are your challenges, Cancer. Conflict. Any arguments that you have right now are going to feel, for some of you, are going to make you feel a little bit worn, battle worn, and very tired. Somebody may have offended you recently, hurt your feelings, turned against you, betrayed you even to that point. All over feelings of power and jealousy. This can ruin relationships as well. Again, my nudge is to say for some of you, watch your ego if that's the cause of it. You could lose a friend over this. This could happen. All because of your ego. Only because the innocent side of you, Cancer, you want to celebrate all the good things that are going on right now. And as I said, Cancers can be self-defeating by the way they look at themselves, and they compare themselves to other people and can feel really low, like they never really measured up. And now, a little bit of cockiness is coming in, the head, the shoulders back and the head's up. I'm as good as everybody, and maybe even better than a few. And that's not the case. All humans are created equal. It's what you do with the gift of life that you were given. It's what you do with it. That's called free will. So if you allow yourself to fall into false things like ego, and that is false. If you fall into that and you find yourself like reveling that, you're going to pay a price for it somewhere along the line. That's all I can say. That's all the advice I can give you on that. For those of you that are feeling like you are under attack, you need the advice of the cards. You've got to stand your ground and be assertive rather than retreat. For some of you, I'm nudged to say that there's two people. One's the aggressor, okay, and the other one is moving towards you, Cancer, and they've always been very aggressive with you. Things are about to change. You're about to turn the tables around. This is going to come to an end once and for all. That's your attitude. And you're going to stand there, even if you're nervous and a little scared. You're not going to run this time. You're not going to walk away from this argument. This is a bully. And you're not going to walk away from this bully. You're going to stand your ground. And the thing is, you're going to do it like a class act. You're going to be so even and so calm like this. Well, the more calmer you are, the harder they're trying to push. It's just like a demon, poking you over and over again, trying to really work your last nerve. And you're not going to do that. At least you shouldn't do that. The advice of the card is to stand your ground. Do not retreat at this time. This will pay off for you down the road. Keywords are opposition, moving, safe haven, finding peace, resolution, and peace. That's a really good card to have. But there's that flux that's in the middle of it all. For September, there's always going to be something. There's that bump you've got to get over due to other human beings, due to other people used to you being a certain way. That's not the case anymore. Some of you have grown by leaps and bounds. The fifth card that I pulled for you, and the last card in the Oceanic deck, is a Two of Swords. You are at a crossroads. This is your message from Spirit. Another little drink for this one. I just need to kick. Some of you right now, Cancer, are going to find that you have an important decision to make. Yes, we make decisions every day, from the most little minute detail to major things that can impact your life and your future. Those are the kind of decisions that we're talking about, the big ones. Some of you, there's a few, there's not a lot of you. I don't sense that at all. There's 2 or 3 people have some major decisions to make in their life. The cross swords here show tension and indecision and locked conflict. And when they're locked like this, it shows the power is equal, and neither can really win. So you're looking at they're locked in conflict right there. This may not be of your own doing, finding yourself in this situation, but an obvious clue that you are not seeing is right in front of you. It's it's within your reach. Okay, because this is all about equal power. The advice of the card is to take a fresh look. Any decisions that you make right now is better than no decisions at all. You have to show that you have the initiative. I don't know to who, but you have an impression that you have to make. I feel that very strongly. I feel the heat off the card on this one. There's somebody out there, or somewhere, someone where you, Cancer, have to make an impression upon. And to do something is better than to do nothing. Sometimes, you know what, you can take something on, and the powers that be in your life, they'll sit back and watch, and they see your confusion, that you're lost and maybe a little afraid. There's fear there. But what they see most of all is you trying. You're trying. You're actively trying to deal with this. Powers that be are sitting back and they're watching. They're going, you know what? If I was as scared as they were and confused and lost, I wouldn't have tried anything at all. I would have went and hid. Even if they're heading in the wrong direction, it's not the point. The powers that be are thinking this, and they're thinking, this person shows a lot of initiative and will take something on even if they don't know what they're doing. They will try. Even if they're afraid, they will find courage to go ahead. That's what's going to make the biggest impact. So don't be afraid to make a decision, to put forward that effort of whatever that is, because there's somebody watching you, and they're going to admire you, because they're going to know that you're a little afraid, and you're so unsure of yourself. They smell that, but they're impressed by the fact that you're not cowering off in a corner. You're actually on your feet, and you're trying to do something about it. Keywords for this card are doubt and uncertainty, stalemate, indecision, stuck, disconnection, and blocks. Cancer, you are so going to rock this. You are going to get through this. Don't let your emotions get in the way and weaken you. Don't do that. I know it's hard. Out of all the signs of the zodiac, Cancer is probably the most emotional one at all. So when it comes out in a reading that the cards are suggesting that you kind of try to get on top of your emotionality just for a little bit, it is advice well given, and you should heed that advice and take it and work really hard at that to move things along. All right, your significator. What I pulled for you was the Page of Cups. And pages are all about messages. And it usually means somebody's coming your way. And pages are usually quite young. Sometimes they are children. In this case, this is not a child. This is not a child. This is what it looks like. That's what I'm feeling. It's not just because of the card, but the nudge I get. This is somebody, I would say, early 20s, up to 25. 20 to 25. Let me get my book out. It is a Page of Cups. This is concerning the heart as well, because cups are all about the heart and the home and about love. And here we go. Page of Cups. This card stands for romance, deep feelings, and the inner life. And we talked about the inner life, pushing emotionality out of the way, dealing with old memories, coming forward and moving forward. In readings, the Page of Cups suggests that an opening may appear that stirs your emotions, pulls at your heartstrings, or brings you great joy. When you see such a chance, act on it. The page is rooted in a world of inner images, fantasies, and creative ideas. That is your overall significator for the overall reading, Cancer. So, when something comes your way or you see something, and there was that travel earlier, and heading out for specific reasons, motivation behind, like with the chariot, the motivation behind climbing in the chariot and moving forward. There were reasons for that, specific. They weren't out for Sunday drive, and neither are you, metaphorically speaking. I see somebody in a store, and a young girl comes into the store, about 10 or 11 years old. She's got long dark hair, and she's bringing something to you, to show you something. And you are moved beyond belief. You feel your heart swelling, and you're filled suddenly with great joy. I can't see what it is, but I see her. She's about 11 years old, long dark straight shiny hair. She's coming into the store. This is your business or where you work, I'm not sure. But she's bringing you something, and she has a great big smile on her face. And she brought something just for you. And you feel in that moment your world is rocked. You will feel tears of joy stinging your eyes. That's wonderful. I'm just relaying what I'm seeing and being told. Not a bad reading, Cancer, at all. Not at all. Anything you start right now will be crowned with success. New projects, communication is good. This will all result back into money. In the end, the bigger picture, the effect it will have will be more money for you, a better handling of money, a better investment of money, a safer place for your money. That's always important to Cancer, to get the financial aspect of things out there. It looks really good. What a great reading, Cancer. It took me a while to get to it, but this is middle of the day, and I didn't even expect to have this kind of good luck. Did I get through a whole reading without being interrupted in the middle of the day? And people are out and about today. So, Cancer, please feel free to leave any comments in the box below. New ones, new visitors, please subscribe. If you find you like this reading, I offer the services of private readings. All the information for that is found below the video window in the description box as well. Basically, read through that first, and you just, after that, send me off an email saying you'd like to have a private reading. And what you get for private reading is usually an hour plus long private reading, very much like what you see right here, except the reading itself is much larger. I'll do a Celtic Cross or Seven Sisters or something, and it's a much larger spread. And then I give you the keys to go view the video, and it's yours to view as many times as you'd like to, over and over and over again. That's quite a bit. Okay. Having said that, I am going to get this reading uploaded to YouTube, and I'll be glad when it's finally posted, for all the Cancers that have been anxiously waiting. One more sign to do, Leo, and then I'm done to 12 videos for the month of September. Tune back. Watch your email notifications if you have subscribed. I'm going to be doing the mid-month September readings in about 2 weeks' time, so keep your eye out for that so we can see we're September. We can see now where it's taking us, and Spirit and the guides are pulling us all in a certain direction. What's going to happen in 2 weeks or so time? Anything can happen, so tune back in for that. For now, I am going to stop blabbering and get this off and uploaded. I wish you the very, very, very best of September. What a beautiful month that is. Good luck to you all, and thank you very much for being here. Goodbye.